Since the price of Bitcoin bottomed during this bull/bear cycle, the price is up approximately 310%. That means that investors who bought that bottom quadrupled their money. Now tell me another investment out there which gives you such an opportunity. I don't know any, and probably you neither. But it's actually getting better, much better. In this episode, we're going to have a look once again at the Groyper wave theory, which basically describes that the price of Bitcoin could reach 100,000 US dollars. Yes, you heard that right, 100,000 US dollars by the end of 2019 or early 2020 before the next Bitcoin halving. And that is going to be our main topic of today. And now let's jump right into it. Lately, I do not really see that many videos about the halving of Bitcoin. As we speak right now, miners are getting 12.5 Bitcoin per block approximately every 10 minutes, and that will halve in May 2020. I remember watching at this counter and it was so far away, and now it is actually significantly less than a year already. So I'm excited for that. But the problem here is, if we go back to the chart, that people have been front-running such events already. The supply of Bitcoin is not going to get changed at a halving, only the inflation rate, the stock to flow ratio, because the flow is getting cut in half. Miners will only be getting 6.25 Bitcoin, and then 4 years later, just 50% off that 6.25. So you can see that the actual supply, the actual stock is not getting lower, but because the demand is getting higher and the new supply, the flow is actually getting lower, well, the price eventually has to squeeze up. And that is exactly what we've been seeing since 10 years, and most probably we're going to see pretty much exactly the same thing within the next 10 years. Obviously, we're not making 1000x anymore as fast as we did already, because right now we need way more money to multiply these prices, but I can tell you this, 100,000 US dollars is definitely still in play, and maybe earlier as you expected. Now let's just get into some Groyper wave theory repetition. For all those people out there who don't know that, the Groyper wave theory was invented actually by me or this community, and it was to meme the hyperwave. The hyperwave seemed so unlikely that Bitcoin is ever going to see $1,000 again, so basically we developed a theory which describes exactly the opposite, that Bitcoin is going to see $100,000 in late 2019 or early 2020. And so far, and this is actually quite interesting, we are still on that path, believe it or not. I mean, for those people who watched the video back then, well, believe it or not, but we are actually still on that path, so maybe this meme theory becomes reality. And I mean, the theory is not too far-fetched in my opinion, it's definitely possible. But now, let's get into it. So basically, the Groyper wave theory describes nothing else than this over here was basically not the main bull market of this cycle. We haven't seen the top yet, or this is just a big bear trap, you can call it however you want, but basically the message is that this part over here is not this red part over here, but only this little pre-bull market over here, because we did not really have that pre-bull market yet, right? And right now, how parabolic the price is already going on the daily, weekly, and monthly chart, well, new all-time highs are definitely in play very soon, at least it looks like that. So why can we not just go up to 100,000? And the truth is, we actually can, or we could. If you have a look at this logarithmic chart in here, only this small arrow is actually needed to bring the price of Bitcoin up to $100,000. Don't forget, we are on a logarithmic chart in here, and 100,000 is not too far away. In fact, we actually only have to go up 700% and Bitcoin will be at approximately $100,000. And we already made 300% since the bottom last year. So is this really that unlikely? No, it is actually not. And here comes the second reason. The halving is getting front-run. Why do I know that? Because of Litecoin, okay? So investors will not start to buy Bitcoin after the halving, they try to front-run it, and I personally still believe, and this is also part of the Groyper wave theory, it could be that this time the halving is getting front-run way earlier. What we have seen in the past is a halving and then the price to go up parabolic. Here, it already well shifted a little bit, but it is pretty much the same. We have the halving in here and then the price mooned off afterwards. But what we actually see right now is the price already going parabolic, almost testing new all-time highs, which was not happening during the last cycles, almost testing new all-time highs right now. So it could definitely be that this halving is getting front-run, and the actual halving event itself maybe serves more as a sell-off. Because imagine if the price goes parabolic, gets that 700% in, going to 100k in early 2020, I could totally imagine that the halving event already basically serves as a sell-off event for all those people who front-run the halving. And if you think that is complete BS, watch this. The Litecoin halving, which some people compare as the Bitcoin's silver, here the halving is only away 26 days. And if you compare this chart to Bitcoin, well, you can clearly see that a lot of FOMO was actually getting caused in this area over here. But right now, and the halving is actually getting closer right now, the price sees a massive sell-off. In fact, what we see over here is actually a dump from this local top in here to the bottom of 51%. So we have a 50% decrease in value compared to Bitcoin. But the halving is coming up in 30 days. So what happened over here? Exactly the same thing in my opinion, okay? Those are just my theories. Those are my observations, my experience, my theories, right? And what we see here is the exact same thing. People, investors were already front running the halving. Then a little bit of FOMO was caused. And then before the actual event happens, because remember, buy the rumor, sell the news, and then before the actual event happens, well, the sell-off already happened and people switched back to BTC. So what I'm trying to say here, once again, first of all, the halving could definitely get front-run heavily by investors and not serve as a catalyst and serve more as a sell-off event. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Then secondly, if we compare this chart, the price of Bitcoin doesn't have to go up all too much to actually reach 100k. Thirdly, we see the parabolic phase already way earlier, actually once again before the halving and not after the halving. This is not normal. Bitcoin so far has never reached all-time highs before the next halving. And this time it looks so good actually. And you guys know, even the most bearish chart analysts out there are slowly getting bullish. I personally don't know why it took so long. For me, after 7,500, it was quite clear actually. But yeah, you can see where this goes, right? And by the way, currently the price is trading at approximately $13,000 again. And if that's not bullish after we have been going through in 2018, I don't know what is. But anyway, now I want to know your opinion down below in the comment section. And also there will be a poll popping up on top of the screen right now. Is it possible that Bitcoin is going up to 100,000 US dollars? It doesn't have to stay there. Is it possible that Bitcoin sees $100,000 at least once until the halving in 314 days at approximately the 19th of May 2020? Bitcoin to 100k at least once during that time, yes or no? Very excited about the results. Alright, and last but not least, a quick update about the current Bybit trading competition. I can already tell you I've seen other YouTubers already copying this trading competition, which is actually quite funny, and this way we actually know that we're doing something right. Also, 6 other affiliates contacted Bybit if they can do such a trading competition as well, and then Bybit told them, well, it is just Sonny Decree's idea, they have nothing to do with this, which is actually quite funny as well. So no, this trading competition is not sponsored by Bybit. This is out of my own pocket pretty much. If you want to participate, make sure you check out the video, which is popping up on top of the screen right now. It's also down below in the description and in the comment section. If you think that you're gonna smash it, that you're gonna be the best trader, you can actually win some extra Bitcoin. Currently, well, if you want to play against me, pretty much I can tell you I'm up a little bit more than 10% actually overall with my whole balance. We're going to do the whole balance thing percentage wise, so you have to prove that your balance is higher afterwards than before if you want to win, obviously. And by the end of this week, Sunday, you have to report your results in Discord over here. Many new Discord members actually, and you're going to post it over here, your ROI 100 divided by the deposits times the withdrawals plus available balance in bracket and the best 3 results until next Sunday, which are getting reported, are going to get 0.1 Bitcoin, 0.03 Bitcoin, and 0.01 Bitcoin, first, second, and third place. Good luck to all the traders out there and to all the others. I hopefully see all of you in the next one. Bye.